For the next exercise, you will need at minimum a stick. You can use an old dowling or a broom handle. And if you have a pool noodle, this one's just a little bit reinforced with duct tape because we smack each other with it. That's good as well. If you're only using a stick, the stick needs to come out to full length. Just be careful. If this is like squeezed into the sort of the crack of your door frame or something like that, and you start hitting it, the lever will cause a lot of damage to your door frame, just letting you know. But if not, I would recommend keeping it stout. A short stick will do. Then I take the noodle and I insert it over so that I have a somewhat less than fully impressive dangly arm. This is a little bit lower than I would normally like it, but that's where the crack in the mat is, so I'm going to take it. So what I want to do is I just want to practice seeing that I can move around that with any kind of slipping action that I would use. The basic steps, again, if I'm in an orthodox stance like this, my left is lead, I can step forward. And normally if I want to zone out, I have the choice of either using a female step, or a so-called V-step, where I change my lead temporarily, or else I use a cut step, where I temporarily give my back to the subject and then need to circle out. That's my choice. If I'm going inside, I would usually use only the lead V-step, and I'll very rarely cut step across, because now I'm right inside the domain, and even circling out will usually tend to sacrifice my balance. So rule of thumb, generally only stepping on the outside. If I do cut step inside, the distance, sometimes people use that as setups for like spinning kicks and things like that in some arts, but that's getting a little bit more complicated right away, and it's not my first priority against a large opponent. So all I want to see is that if I'm at a range where I can't reach their torso, I'm right at the perimeter of that longer arm, that's where I want to feel what it's like to catch and trap that hand. So at minimum, I can touch with the inside, I can touch with the outside, and if I'm going to combine those into a double block, it's going to be inside first usually and outside second, simply because the inside is faster and the outside is usually stronger and used for keeping them away. So that's a good basic skill. Tap to a check. And then once that feels comfortable, the arrival of either can be a hit. The slap can be a little harder, and then the second hand can be either a hack or even the passing under. And it can be a sort of scissoring strike where I'm either hitting with the knuckles, the palm heel, or sometimes even the slap. Some people like a hammer fist as well. In the Filipino arts, they call it gunting, scissoring. It's the same notion. Under and then coming back in. Under and then coming back in. So again, we have our basics of just tapping, just outside, tapping to outside, and then finally starting to look at how I can integrate hits with any of those actions. And I also know that from the perimeter I have my basic shields, so I can use my elbows in any configuration to hit, and if they miss, I'm right back into that hacking zone, where I'm hitting and I'm moving out. So now I'm saving myself from the desire, from the need to get in on the opponent. And I'm teaching myself how to diffuse my vision, see the opponent, but still touch that noodle, which here is allowing me then after to get into the body. Even on shoots, clinching into that depth. On boxing, clinching into that depth.